Ladybug, ladybug, munching on aphids. Your life is so simple. So
This is a standard ladybug survey technique. It's called the beating net. And with it, you beat the bushes, so to speak.
He had a very original take on things and a peculiar bent that was was very delightful.
Occasionally you get something really exciting like an angry hornet in the net.
Well, yeah, he's pretty funny.
What do we got? Fly wing and an ant. Excellent.
John Acorn is the guy who I think is loved by everyone who saw him on television.
Ah, a bunch more ants, a bunch of pine needles.
And I know as a television personality, people from 3 years old to people as old as my mom. My mom watches Acorn the Nature Nut on reruns still.
Ha, 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 a ladybug. Are you ready? And it's the most common sort of ladybug we could, look at that. There you go, the 7-spot, don't you fly, 7-spot ladybug.
While I'm a nature nut, I'm not afraid to admit I'm wild about the wild things and I'm proud of it. I'm just a simple case, open and shut. No doubt about it, I'm a nature nut.
I became really deeply interested in insects when I was about 5 years old. When I was a kid, I spent my summers primarily chasing bugs. My friends and I would prowl around the trails down in the river valley, and we had our nets, you know, made from hockey sticks and coat hangers, and in my case, part of an old nightgown from my mom.
Open and shut. No doubt about it, I'm a nature nut.
I had a wonderful time as an undergrad at the U of A, and I was lucky not just to have great instructors, but also to go through with a really great group of students.
He wrote a very credible master's thesis, and the essence of which was published and was a very fine piece of work.
I didn't want to go that full academic route and get the PhD and then just hop on the plane to wherever they would take me. I wanted to make it work here.
I take a walk staring through her compound eyes. I look in for something to paralyze. She's a lone wolf hunter and she has no queen.
Going to work with John Acorn was just like going out and playing in the playground, you know. It was absolutely a total gas. He's an extremely curious guy. He's got an incredible memory. Like, he remembers everything. The funny thing about John is when you see him imparting his knowledge, it looks like it's kind of off the cuff and kind of casual. But in reality, he's a very, very knowledgeable guy. He knows more stuff sometimes than experts.
Well, it's about a 40-gram grub.
Snails are so weird. In shells they dwell, they dig, they climb.
We managed to keep the show going for 91 episodes. Yeah, I was very surprised by the success of the Nature Nut Show. I started getting just piles of email, and you know, people started recognizing me. It wasn't safe to go shopping anymore, and all this kind of thing. It was, you know, I'm exaggerating, of course, but it was really kind of an unforeseen bit of weirdness that suddenly came over my life.
Here's another story. Dad saw this pretty thing crawling across the bench, and he's like, "Oh, that's a caterpillar." And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's a sawfly larvae." Because I had checked the number of pro legs, and it really was.
So you proved him wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That feel good?
Mm-hmm. Look at this.
Yeah, you know what that is, Benny? That's a great big cockroach.
Look at that.
It's the enthusiasm that I see in other people that keeps feeding my own enthusiasm. I'm not a loner. I'm fundamentally a social person, and I like to share. I like to teach, but I don't really think of most of what I'm doing as teaching. It's, I'm hoping mostly to inspire people, not necessarily to transfer facts from one brain to another.
Hey, man.